Hi everybody, welcome back to Paola Ponce Nails. My name is Rachel, also known as Vistosa Nails, and in today's video, we'll be learning about Nuance nails. Here are some of the supplies we'll be using. A full list will be provided in the description. Now let's get started. Each nail will slightly vary in design, so with this first nail, if you're working on a client, of course apply base coat, and then we're going to use some of the 238S, which is blue glass. It's a sheer color. I gave that a full cure after applying it to the corners of the nail, and then I went in with Hakone Hot Springs, which is from Nail Thoughts Across Japan collection, and then I gave that a full cure to not have this cross-contamination with the glitter gels. And right here we're just creating depth, so I also used E91, which is white gradation, and I went back in with the blue gel. I'm using my application brush to dab in the colors to mix together because we're working with wet layers now. I didn't cure after I applied the white gradation color, and I'm just adding more blue to give it more depth. And again, a lot of tapping goes along with Nuance nails because you want the colors to mix and create dimension and just to have like a cloudy effect. I will say when it comes to Nuance nails, you don't want to overthink it. Just have fun with it and apply color where you think it's necessary. So with this design, I just wanted to go with like a diagonal type of look. And then once I was done blending in the colors, I gave that a full cure and went in with the rainbow Mica Flakes, and also from Kokoist, and then I added more white gradation to kind of cover up the glitteriness of those flakes and just again to create this dimension or depth within the design. I'm also adding more blue, as you can see, and when I'm adding or blending these colors, I like to use either the flatness of my brush or even just the tip, as you saw in that little segment. I gave that a full cure and I grabbed Kokoist's bleeding ink in white and just kind of spread it out throughout the nail. Again, kind of like with a diagonal aspect to it. I did go a little overboard with it, so I grabbed a pointed brush and put some alcohol and just kind of dispersed it some more just so it wasn't so rigid. Now right here, notice how we have a little bit of lumpiness. It is important to keep in mind when doing Nuance nails that you don't want to go overboard with applying product and layering these colors. That's what I love about Japanese gels, is that they're so thin, or like they're so opaque, that you don't need a lot of product for the color to transfer onto the nail. Now we're going to the second nail. I had already applied a base color of the white gradation, and then I gave it a second coat, and I didn't cure that. And I added the blue gel, the blue glass gel, and we're just gonna again blend it in. This is probably the simplest design of the 5 nails because we're not using that many products. So you can do a lot with just a little, or you can add a lot more elements. It's really up to you and what kind of feel you're going for, whether your client wants something more complex or something more simple, but both can be nuanced. So here I'm just blending some more of the blue into the white, so there's more of like a gradation type of cloudy feel to it. And then I gave that a full cure and went back in with the white gradation and applied more blue. Again, don't cure that because you want to work on a wet layer, and that helps a lot with the colors to blend together. So once I'm happy with the blending elements, I gave that a full cure, and then I applied a little bit of Mega Stick base to attach some of the flakes onto the nail, and you can attach them however you want to, whether it be a diagonal design or just in the center. It's entirely up to you. Have fun with Nuance nails and don't overthink it. So then after that, I applied some matte top coat, and you can apply a clear gel as well, but I wanted an even surface to create these lines. I'm using my needle liner brush and some E56, which is Bluey white, to apply these lines in an X shape. These lines do not have to be perfectly straight because we're going for a natural look of like a stone, and nothing in nature is perfect, so the more squiggly the better. I gave that a full cure, and I'm going in with some of the bleeding ink at the top and at the bottom of the nail just to create a little bit more cloudiness and dimension. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to give it some top coat. No need to cure because these inks dry and they're not gel, so you can just go straight in with the top coat. and then give that a full cure. On to the next nail. So I already gave this nail a layer of white gradation and I gave that a full cure, and I'm gonna go back in with E133, which is Black Sands Beach Glass, and I'm going to apply that on the opposite corners of the nail. And then I'm gonna give that a full cure because I'm gonna use that black color, or that black subtle color, to really have this magnetic gel pop. It's blue and it is from the Dramatic Magnet series. It's DR13, which is Dramatic Aqua, and the color can go out of the black area just a little so it can kind of blend with the rest of the nail. And I'm going to activate the particles and give that a full cure. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Mega Stick Base so I can attach more of the rainbow flakes onto the nail, and we're just going to add the glitter or the flakes above the magnetic gel. Now I'm going to give that a full cure, and I'm going to go in with white gradation to kind of blend in the line between the magnetic gel to the white section of this nail. And again, a lot of dabbing, dab, 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 and just to blend things together. And I'm going to grab some more of the blue glass gel to again add some dimension and have a little bit of, contrast, as opposed to just having a lot of white on the nail, just to give more color and depth to the nail. Once I think the blending looks good, I'm going to give that a full cure, and then I'm going to grab my liner brush and Bluey white and create some lines on the areas that are separated, so the blue areas only. And then we're going to not cure this yet. We're going to grab our application brush and make sure that it is clean, because we are going to drag out these lines to create kind of like an ombre effect or a rock or stone effect. And it's important that you don't have any white on your brush, because all you're going to use is the product that is already on the nail to kind of drag out the color. Doesn't that look so cool? I mean, you can do so much with your application brush. It's amazing. So another thing to keep in mind here is to only brush out the bottom of the line, if that makes sense. You don't want to lose the line completely. You want to work a little carefully in this section or in this area, because you want to keep the line effect, but also use the bottom of the line to drag out the color. I hope that makes sense, but that you can visually see it. I'm being careful not to completely touch the entire gel that's on the nail, and in a couple sections I did that, so I'm just reapplying very thin lines of that white gel. I gave that a full cure and went back in with the milky white color just to kind of blend in the elements a little bit better, and again to create more dimension and depth to the nail. Now to me, this design kind of looked a little bland with that middle part just being white, so I added some more milky white to it, and I'm just gonna lightly blend some of that sheer blue color in that section again, just to give it some type of 3D element or visual effect. And then I applied top coat and gave that a full cure. And for these last two nails, I'm gonna do them at the same time to show you guys that you can do multiple nails at the same time when working on a client. So once your client has a base layer on, you can just go in with the Dramatic Aqua color and play with line weights, right? Like the thickness of the line right here, I just kind of did like a squiggly effect going from one corner of the nail to the opposite end. And then I'm just gonna activate the particles and give that a full cure. And then you can go in with white gradation. We're gonna apply that on the empty voids, and right here we're not necessarily kind of mixing, but I am dabbing my brush a little just to like have some breakage of the line, because I don't want it to be perfectly blending into the magnetic gel. Again, my magnetic gel is already cured, so I don't have to worry about cross contamination, but I do want to blend the two together, so that's why I'm kind of still dabbing it onto the nail. Now I'm going to add some more of that blue glass gel color because we want a little bit of dimension again. And I don't know how many times we're going to say dimension, but the point of Nuance nails is to create a different visual effect, right? Like a lot of layers are going on and different things are happening. So we want cloudiness, we want depth, we want dimension, we want a visual effect to be happening on the surface of the nail. So that's why a lot of blending is going on. For these nails, I also grabbed the Black Sands Beach Glass color again, just to give a little bit more of a differentiation and not just necessarily use blue on blue or blue with the white. I wanted to add like a third color just to again give another visual effect. When dabbing or blending these colors together, again, utilize your pinky to stabilize the amount of pressure you put onto the nail. When I'm grabbing gel color from the pot and applying it onto the nail, I'm not using it all in one area. I kind of want to use what I grabbed in the entire surface of the nail. So I'll apply some on one section of the nail and apply it on the other section because I want to avoid grabbing too much product where it's going to be too bulky because of all the layering that we're doing. So here I just grabbed the second nail, and at the same time, like that other nail technically doesn't have to be cured if we're working on the same hand. We can just let the gels continue to blend together and mesh together. We don't really have to worry about it completely dispersing because these color gels are pretty thick in regard to viscosity, so they're not runny and they won't run into the cuticle area as long as you didn't use a huge amount of product, right? Thin layers, soft application or soft pressure when applying these colors onto the nail are going to be key. Now I'm going to give both nails a full cure and go in with Nail Thoughts color NTM 10, which is the smaller particle magnetic gel. I'm using a little bit of product and I'm just applying it on the opposite corners of the nail as well. And it's okay if it goes outside of the darker blue gel because we can just, again, we're adding more of a visual effect to the nail. Then I'm going to activate the particles and give that a full cure. Then I'm going to go back in with white gradation to blend everything in together a little bit more better. Another cool aspect with doing Nuance nails is that you can change up the colors. You don't necessarily have to go with this blue color. You can choose another color from Kokoist. They have beautiful brown shades of magnetic gels or even green and whatnot, and just make sure that you use a sheer color in the same color group. And white gradation goes a long way, and so does the white ink, but you can also use different color inks as well. The possibilities of doing Nuance nails with different colors are endless, so just have fun with it as always and enjoy the process. I've seen designs where you can add 3D textures and even isolated chrome designs, so again, the possibilities are endless. Now here's a little cheat sheet of how to draw out lines when it comes to Nuance nails. These are the 4 basic shapes and or letters to follow when drawing them out. Remember, the more squiggly they are, the better. They don't have to be perfect lines because we're going for a more naturalistic look. When following these shapes, they can be at any angle on the nail. So like the Y can be upside down. I'm gonna do this A upside down so that you can visually see that. So just have fun with the placement of the elements of these letters because you can do so much with these 4 different shapes / symbols. Alrighty, so I already drew the lines on these 2 nails that we're working on. I did a Y on this nail and an X on the other nail. And before curing the lines, we're gonna blend out the lines like we did before, right? So we're just gonna focus on the bottom area of the line and pull out the color so that way we create a stone-like effect. Again, use your pinky to stabilize the amount of pressure you put onto the surface of the nail. That way you have more control of your brush and what the effect is going to look like. So on this second nail, I accidentally lost the line, but I think you can still see it and it's not going to be the end of the world. You can fix it with applying more bluey white onto the nail to create that line again, but I didn't dislike it, and that's again the fun part about Nuance nails. If it looks fine, it's going to be fine. It's not the end of the world, and just have fun with it and don't overthink it. So these nails are done and we are going to apply some top coat and give that a full cure. And here are all the nails we completed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all these tips and tricks have helped you to have more confidence with tackling Nuance nail designs.
If you want to go beyond the nail art with us and learn how to first master a beautiful foundation that is smooth and most importantly, long wearing, consider joining us inside the Master Gel Nails course. We'll take you step by step into applying beautiful natural nail overlays so that you don't have to spend any more time in frustration figuring it out yourself. You can check out the MGN course using the link in the description of this video, and you can also use our guest artist code below to save $50 off instantly. See you in the next one.